time really is running out, isn't it?
Yes, we're essentially reaching the end, I think, of the search and rescue phase, and we're probably into a search and recovery phase afterwards. But what we're seeing right now is a huge concentration of assets, both on the surface, but also in the air, to try and locate this device. And if you look at the area, we know it's right out in the Atlantic on the Grand Banks. But if we look really closely in at what's going on, you've got all these vessels, obviously with their remote operating vehicles, going up and down all the time, looking for Titan on the bottom. And coming down from St. John's is the Horizon Arctic. This is the one that has got this very deep submergence, recovery winch and wire that hopefully they can attach to Titan if they find it in these closing hours.
And these other vessels as well coming in, and the Polar Prince, which is the one which was the original one that dropped the submersible.
Absolutely, but just have a look at the patterns. You see where they're searching.
You can see how concentrated it is in that one spot.
Yeah, they've gone back to where Titanic is. That's where they last knew where the Titan was, and obviously they're really intensifying their efforts. The other reason they're there is because you've got a lot of debris, you've got a lot of rocks and other features there. They're having to look at them minutely just to check that it isn't Titan. This is a very difficult operation. I liken it to, frankly, looking for a white van in Wales in fog. That is the challenge. Wow. What we're looking at down there at 4 kilometres. And you've got, Titanic right in the middle of it. And they're also using sonobuoys. And these sonobuoys essentially are microphones under the water, and they can pick up even the tiniest sound in the water that is coming out. Now, what's really interesting is you can differentiate what is causing the noise by the frequency at which they operate. And you can either use your ears or you can use a computer-aided device to say, that's either a whale making a noise sometimes, or it may be banging from the inside of Titanic, or it may be a discrete frequency where I can hear tapping or something like that. I'm afraid to say that I think over the past few days we've had very spurious indications of life from somewhere. The tapping sounds have not been at all coherent, they've not been convincing. But someone in the aircraft thought they were, and that's led them to go and search somewhere else other than where Titanic is. Valid, I think, at the time, but possibly a wild goose chase, actually.
And in terms of the actual rescue itself, they've got this new vessel that's come in that hopefully could send a winch down there. But, you've got to find the thing first, haven't you?
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's a couple of options. I mean, this is the star attraction. It's called Curve 21. It's the cable-assisted, unmanned recovery vehicle. Now, this is quite a star because it can go down to 20,000 feet. It's got a lot of tools. It's got mechanical arms. And it's been able in the past 4 years, to recover 2 aircraft from 19,000 feet in the Philippine Sea, 2 American Navy aircraft. So it does pretty well. This is hooked up, if you'll pardon the pun, to this. It's a long piece of cable. This can go down to 20,000 feet and has the ability to lift nearly 60,000 pounds. So that's way beyond the 10 tons required to pick up Titan. What's interesting is the Americans have gone with what they know, which is their own equipment, stuff that's proven. We've had a company from Guernsey, from our own Channel Islands, Magellan, that said, look, we've got a piece of kit that's even better. It's got fully articulated arms, it's proven as well. But I think the Americans have chosen to say, we'll go with what we know. It's certified, we can get it out there quickly, and we'll get it on the case. But the worry, Jane, I'm afraid, is it all too late? We've got the kit there now. I was saying on Monday, how on earth are we going to get it off the bottom? I can't see any solution. We've got the solution, but we haven't found the thing. That's the trouble.